10 o'clock, I was having a cup of tea and I was chatting with my workmate, and a call came from Helen, the transplant coordinator in Green Lane. I didn't think anything was wrong because it was normal for Helen to call me, and then she said to me, we've got a set of lungs up here for you. How do you feel about that? And I thought, oh my God, you know, the call at long last. And I said, yes, I'm excited, it's great, fantastic. She said, you don't have to go through with it if you don't want to, it's up to you, tell us what to do. And I says, yep, I'll be on that plane as soon as I can. I rang Mark firstly, and he actually worked at the hospital at the time, so he picked up the oxygen and took it home with him. The only thing was that on his way out he forgot to pick me up. I was at work, and I think I had, from memory, I had my car in a garage getting a warrant at the time, so he had to pick me up. And then he got home and he thought, oh, well, of course I've forgotten the main person, which was me. And so he had to come back and pick me up. So we all rushed off home, and I had lists of everything written out, people to call and all the numbers of like the Southland Times and people that were going to put my rubbish out and all the last minute things you need to do before you go away on holiday. I'd already thought of that and had it all worked out, and I had a suitcase on the bed and everything in it that was ready as soon as I got the call. So we finally got to the airport where we were told that there was going to be a delay, and which made me extremely nervous. We eventually got to Christchurch Airport and on the plane to Auckland. I was quite nervous actually, because I thought, well, by the time I get to Auckland, the lungs won't be available for me because it's too late. But I was in contact with Helen all the time because she wanted to know where I was, at what stage of the journey. And I finally arrived in Auckland and she said, no, it's all go. I remember being spoken to by the anaesthetist and by one of the surgeons, Mr. Chen, and I was a bit groggy at that stage because the pre-meds were kicking in, and I remember asking him that, I don't know if I offended him or not, but how many had he done, and which I would not have normally said. It was just the drugs make you a bit woozy, and that was the last thing I remember going into theatre. And then after that, waking up 3 days later because I was in a induced coma for 3 days because my blood pressure was dangerously low. So when it started to go up, I was brought round, and yeah, it was amazing. Just being able to take a good deep breath, it was amazing. I wrote to Merv Merrilies giving him permission to have my lungs after I'd finished with him. I was quite honoured actually that he wanted my old lungs, and to be able to help other people with them was something I was, really happy to do.
Do you think ever about the lungs that you are breathing with now in terms of that person?
I do think of the lungs. I think that I'm not only looking after them for myself, but I'm actually looking after them for the girl whose lungs I have and for her family.